Alright, so I'm back at it again in here for this video, and in today's video I am going to be talking about a couple of topics that I have been wanting to talk about for quite some time. I was going to be able to talk about them too as well on In the Hot Seat Live. Of course, with the change of plans, things happen, so I am able to talk about them. I know some of them are kind of old in a way, but I still want to be able to give my full-on thoughts. I know I gave little thoughts here and there as well on Twitter, so I'm able to do that right now. And first things first too, about talking about the WWE 2K15 roster reveal, of course, which was revealed on Saturday afternoon right before WWE SummerSlam. And it was actually a really cool thing. We had a nice panel. It was really stacked. We had Sting, John Cena, Steve Austin, and Renee Young as well hosting as well, just to name a few who was there and everything. And I was too surprised that we didn't exactly get some video game footage. I guess 2K15 and as well WWE Games is actually waiting out a little bit more for more video footage and everything like that before the game actually hits stores on October the 28th. So actually I think the roster is not too bad. I'm sure we're gonna get a lot more surprises, and maybe I want to say most likely about at least 3 DLCs. I think that's what we got for 2K14 if I'm not mistaken on that. So if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what we got, something like that in a way. But I'm sure we'll probably get like maybe at least an NXT DLC, a Divas one, probably maybe a Legends one, who knows. But I'm not gonna reveal every single person that was revealed, so I will leave a link down below for those of you who didn't see it. I'm sure most of you who did get to see it as well. I'm pretty sure it was also on the network, and as well I watched mine over IGN, and as well had a Skype chat as well, which is really cool. So it was really something interesting, and I like doing that and checking things out to see how things are going to go for the next game and everything like that. So I'm still hoping for a PS4. I would like to get one eventually soon so I can get 2K15 on there and a couple of other games like that. So I am trying to really get that going. So it's going to be really interesting, and like I talked about too with Levi before, it is going to be something really fun. So I am looking forward for 2K15. Already got my pre-order, so it's going to be really dope there. Alright, so with the next thing, and moving on into the next thing that I wanted to talk about, and that is the whole Alberto Del Rio altercation with him and as well with an employee backstage. And it's just really crazy how that happened, and now he's let go because of that. You know, I feel like he could at least stayed, and I know like over time I didn't exactly get to like him a bit more and everything. I felt like he was going back to where he should have been, and his career was definitely short-lived, and he could have been doing a lot more, and at least working his way back up to the main event scene and stuff like that, and being a main eventer. And I think they were actually probably looking to actually make him towards a face. They kind of felt that way too, especially when they were in Texas and everything for their shows, getting into SummerSlam and everything like that, not on the road to SummerSlam. So kind of looked like they were going the face route for him to try that as well and actually have more of a face one. He didn't really exactly get to have that last time, but now that's not going to be able to happen as well. So as far as where he's going to go, only time will tell. That's only his decision, of course. So I don't really see him going into TNA. I do see him going more into AAA and back to Mexico and stuff like that, at least for now. In some ways, I do feel like it is a storyline and somewhat of a work, things like that, probably. Who knows, that remains to be seen. So I'm pretty sure we probably will get to see Alberto Del Rio return to the WWE. So, you know, it does suck, so I'm sure he will have another WWE run in the future. So there's always that. So of course, never say never. So there you have it with that. Alright, so getting into the next two things that I did want to touch bases on is about SmackDown going into back to the Thursday night slot, and as well TNA moving to Wednesday nights. So now you're looking at it as Monday Night Raw on Mondays, of course, obviously, and as well main event on Tuesday on the network, and as well TNA going to Wednesday nights. Now with TNA, I think that's a hint that TNA is still going to be able to stick around and on Spike TV, which is a good thing, especially with the NYC TV tapings and everything like that, and the shows. I've been really enjoying them, so hopefully TNA can still be able to keep something like that up and everything, because, you know, I would like to see him actually stay, and I think that would be fine, and to see what else they can really be able to bring, and as well, hopefully get them more promoted out there and actually help them a lot more, since I would like to see that. So, you know, if they do go, you know, it sucks and it happens, but, you know, at least they would have a good run too going for them. But, you know, I feel like they can do a lot more and change up a lot more things now that they were able to have this change and work something out with Spike TV and be able to stay on that channel. So things will be interesting there. And as well with SmackDown moving back to Thursday nights, it's definitely gonna, I think, help them there as well for being on Thursdays. And it hasn't been since a long time too as well, to see SmackDown on Thursday, so now that leaves the weekend free as well, unless there is a pay-per-view, a TNA or WWE pay-per-view for wrestling-wise as well. So I feel like SmackDown is underrated. I do enjoy SmackDown. I feel like more people should be watching it, and they do have some good stuff on there, here and there, not so much, but, you know, I think it's also as well easy to sit through with it being 2 hours, and it'd be nice if it was live, but I don't think we're gonna get that, and hopefully within time it will happen, but, you know, it happens, then we'll have to wait and see on that. But until then, that about does it for the things I wanted to talk about going on to as well. That's pretty much really it. And of course, like I mentioned before, in the Hot Seat Live will return, of course, that Wednesday before Night of Champions, so you will get to see that. I know it's been a little while, but hey, it happens. And with that being said, comment down below on what I talked about, and until then, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.